Building metal tiles out of steel, whatever. I look forward to see a big base go to rocketry and beyond. Yeah, that's the plan. We're not going to stop on this playthrough. It's why I'm quite conscious of like FPS and stuff. I've been really making sure that we can keep playing and not getting stopped. Let's just say it makes my digestion work at superhuman speed. The lady's like that, Neuro. Literally, when she used to smoke, she probably won't thank me for saying this, but when she used to smoke, she had a morning routine that consisted of and cigarette, and coffee, and toilet. That was that. Like clockwork. She was good to go. It doesn't have that effect on me yet, but I have heard that before. They should do updates like that, going back and forth between tweaking and new content. Yeah, I think so too, Naylor. What were the changes to Abyssite? You can't build with it anymore, Grossbeer. You can't build tiles with Abyssite anymore. So, you know, as before, we could insulate things just by building normal tiles out of Abyssite. Well, it's not there as an ingredient anymore. It's now a crafting ingredient. So it's quite interesting. It does change your early game a little bit. What is your Abyssite replacement? I've been using a lot of ceramic for things that get really hot. Ceramic's not as perfect as Abyssite, but it's not bad. Like, this is all done with ceramic, and it's not too bad out here. It could be worse. I mean, this is getting fucking hot, but that's kind of my own fault. I should really build these out of steel to avoid any problems in the future, but we'll see when they break, and then we'll replace them. In French, we call that the 3C rule. Café, cigarette. What's cigarette? Is it cigarette in French? Is it a French word? And is it cool? What's toilet in French? Oh, God. Is that what you mean, though? What are the 3 French words, then, Sordid? I kind of want to know now. Nerd Rage, how's it going, buddy? And Pseudo, good evening. How the devil goes it? Cafe, cigarette, caca. Caca. So I thought it'd be toilet, but it's just shit. Is that what caca is? I like that. That's nice. The 3 C's. Well, the lady is very susceptible to the 3 C's. Again, she's not going to thank me for telling you that, but it's true. Like fucking clockwork. Bunk. Done. Shit. Funny. By the way, I updated the quote log last night, and I did not realise how many quotes you guys have been adding. It was fucking loads. It's a massive change. I think we had quite a lot through the marathon, and then there was quite a lot since then as well, which I am all for. I love that shit. So we had loads of quotes going. What a random quote. What have I walked in on? We were talking about alcohol, coffee, and cigarettes. I don't know why. Leppy, how's it going, buddy? For non-smokers, there was also SSS. Shit shower shave. Is that what we're talking about? Shit shower shave. The bloke's routine. Okay, yeah, this is running like a beast again now. This is nice. So we should get some nice, cool petroleum from this. As I say, I will run some pipes up here in a bit. I was trying to dump this water out of this pipe, but I'm dumping it into the wrong pipe, like an idiot. We need to just move this bridge. Bang. Can I reach this, I wonder? Doubt I can. Blep. How do you initialize the infinite liquid storage? How do you mean initialize? Do you mean like how do I set it up, or how do I get it going? With the inverted ones, with the ones that are upside down, I fill it so that the oil gets to like this level, and then I drop my liquid in through these tiles. What I normally do is I'll build this tile out of mesh so nobody drops anything in, and then I can have a pitcher pump above it, just exactly where this one is actually, and drop my last bit of liquids in. Same on this side. And then all I do is I build this last airflow tile, deconstruct my mesh tile that's above it so that the debris falls on there, sweep it, and then put my last insulated tile in. And then, yeah, it's good to go. And as long as the liquid doesn't fall below this level, we're fine, which is why I put my hydro sensors up here. You could put your hydro sensor at the bottom and just use the pressure difference to calculate it, but yeah, I go in through these tiles. The tiles above the vent I go in last. I make sure this is a vent mesh tile so that nobody drops any shit in there. And then yeah, that's that basically. Right, how are we getting on with this tube? We are getting there. I need to empty this water so I can get rid of this pipe. We've not actually had to put any more steam in here yet. It is keeping the steam. It isn't destroying it, which is nice. So it seems to be quite chill. How do you do it if the water output is on the bottom of the tank? It's easier if it's on the bottom, Minge. God damn it, I mean Paul. It's easier if it's on the bottom. So like in here, all I would do is I'd build this in like a C shape here, okay, and I'd leave this tile out, this one here, and I'd put my pitcher pump on this tile, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then I'd pump oil into here, and then I would remove the pitcher pump, do this last tile, and then you're good to go. Once your liquid's in here, you know, you're sweet. Do you think those overpressurized tanks are going to get fixed sometime? I hope so, Gross. I hope so. As soon as they introduce, well, the problem is the way that airflow tiles work is they have this hydrophobic effect, right? So how the water's all bibbly bobbly and curvy and bubble writing in here is because the tiles themselves are hydrophobic, so the liquid never actually is in contact with them, right? Because of that, I don't know how they're ever going to make them take pressure damage. I mean, I'm sure they could fix it. I'm sure they could. But the liquid's never touching them. It repels it. So I don't know. I don't know. It does work with doors as well, Mex, but that is a fix they could change really easy because the liquid does come into contact with the doors. But with the airflow tiles, it doesn't, so I don't know. By the way, Mex prefers to do his overpressurized tanks exactly the same sort of design or the same thinking, but he does them with doors, basically, normal doors, metal doors. It's the same principle. You can do them smaller, is the main benefit of doing that, but you still need to insulate them and stuff. But I prefer to do it with airflow tiles because I kind of like how they look, if I'm honest. I like how they look. And when you've got a nice line of them with all your different liquids in, it's kind of cool. Alright, so they should be emptying these bottles from up in space. So we're getting all this crap out of here. I don't think we've got a storage for all of our jet suits. So I might just put them in this one. Just so we get that swept out. How's the space base going? We're up there, Pseudo. I've basically got petroleum up here. We've got gas up here. We are ready to go with the jetpacks. I'm just in the midst of putting some normal exosuits in up here. Or not exosuits, but exosuit access up here. Oh, shit. Did you just put that suit on? Oh, Ruby. Oh, Ruby, no. Are you carrying that, or are you wearing it? Very good. Very good. I thought you were wearing it for a minute there. I was going to fuck you up. Okay. I think the liquid vent should notice that the water is overpressurized. Well, this is the thing, it can't, because the only thing that's in front of the vent is 570 kilos of crude oil, or 550 kilos of water. The whole point of this is that you're tricking the vent by thinking that there isn't enough liquid in front of it to block it. So that's how this works, Gross. So in front of this vent at the minute, we've got 600 kilos of petroleum. So that's why it works. It's the same with the gas vent. It's the same as what we do with this. This vent works because it's got less than 2 kilos or less than 1,800 grams or whatever of liquid in front of it, and that's how this works. So the problem with this game is we've got this shit where it's only one element per tile. Hello. Hello, friend. And as long as we have this same thing of one element per tile, this will keep happening. Where are you going? Yeah, I mentioned the navigation on these. I don't know if this one will actually have much navigation now. I think he's probably stuck here. Yeah, he's stuck. He's stuck here for good. This is his home now. How much decor do we get off Shubfalls? Where's he gone? Why is he invisible? Nothing. They don't give any decor. Aww. If you get up to 2 elements, the game would explode. Yeah. If gases would mix, I think the game would work this well though. How are you going to breathe the chlorine oxygen mix there? I don't know. Maybe if a gas and gases could mix in the tile, maybe you'd have to make sure that you've got enough oxygen percentage in the oxygen. You know, maybe it could be, instead of how it is now with all gases separated in clear and obvious colours because they can't mix, maybe it'd be like you'd click on a tile and it'd be 70% oxygen, 12% hydrogen, 4% carbon dioxide. Do you know what I mean? Like our atmosphere. I don't know. But then again, obviously, chlorine isn't sort of in our everyday atmosphere, is it? So, I don't know. Basically, the liquid or gas going out of the vent must push away the liquid present. As a fix, I mean. Well, that's what it does at the minute. This is exactly what this does. It displaces the liquid. If you look at the liquid in front of the vent, the liquid is changing weight because it's getting pushed into this tile. See? That's kind of how it works. Or mixed gases just wouldn't be breathable, and you'd have to filter to breathe it. Yeah, you'd have to have exosuits, so you'd have to have some sort of mass to breathe it, Foxy. Again, the problem with this game is it's very easy to get carried away in what it could be and what things they could add. And a lot of it probably isn't possible with what their plans are for the game, or where they see the game going and what their final image of it is. So some of it's just never going to happen. But, listen, we have space now, and that matters. That was a big step. One giant step. Where are you going to go? One giant step. Now, I'm not going to be able to power this bastard yet. I need another circuit up here. Ideally. So let's just do this. Chlorine gas makes you dead. Yeah, it does. I don't know how much, though. I don't know how much chlorine gas you have to inhale before it's deadly. I bet we do inhale some on a daily basis. I bet you do. Christ, you inhale worse. Right, how's this doing now? Oh, God, it's warm up here. My concern is that when the jetpacks fire up and start kicking out 150 degree CO2, that this is all going to melt. That's my concern. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. In my brain, it's not going to go well, but we'll have to just see. Because obviously I do have plastic in here. There is plastic forms a part of the floor. Oh, Christ. And this is in the wrong place, I've just realised. What is the update added? Oh, Star Fox. It's added quite a lot, in fairness. A lot of stuff to do with rocketry and space. And we've got some new critters. We've got some new places we can go to in space, or places we can send rockets to in space. There's a lot of new stuff, really. And it's totally changed some of the thermal properties of materials, how we use certain materials. It's quite a lot. If you type in, I think you type in, is it update? No? Notes. Patch. I'm sure I did a command. Yeah. There you go. There you go. There's a link. I forget what commands I've set up. The vents with oil is basically infinite gas storage, same like with liquids. Yeah, but there are other ways of making infinite gas storages though as well. I mean, you can do the same thing with airlocks. You can do the same thing. Somebody posted a picture on the forums yesterday. They were doing I think it was with ventilation. They had a canister empty in a room, just a small little box room with a canister empty in there, and they were pumping gas into canisters using one of these things, and then infinitely storaging it in just a room with a pump in. It's the same thing. It's a mechanic that exists in the game now. So my way of doing it is just a way of bugging a vent more than anything. So I feel no remorse, no regret. Is what I'm saying. Right. So I'd probably want to put some circuits in over here, wouldn't I? Let's do that in a minute. Like a high pressure liquid vent so that you can store high pressure without feeling like an exploit. Yeah. I get that, Foxy. I'd like the gas one to not be 20 kilos as well. 20 kilos seems a bit small, really. But your Just for Lulz Aquatune O2 build inspired me. I'm sure it's been done. But I built an electrolyzer setup where an aquatune was used to cool the O2, and the heat is transferred into the water going to the electrolyzers because they're fixed output temperature. Yeah, that's what the build was, Pseudo. Although I was just using a small amount of water, didn't need to delete the heat. But yeah, that's kind of what the point of the build was. Yeah, I just instead of having to do piping and stuff for where I was going to store my water. I just do 2 little blobs of water so you can simulate it. But yeah, that's nice. It was just a derpy build, in fairness. I didn't expect people to really take it seriously, but it was. It is a functional build. You know, you could run your base off it quite happily, or a couple of them. It doesn't actually take way too much power either, so. Right, we've got loads of people that have sort of done everything now. Farmer T-Man, have you done this? Yes. Yes. Let's get you one out. Why not? Beautiful. So if you want guilt-free gas disposal, venting it into space is really the only thing that doesn't violate physics. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Also, a squeaky pop would be quite nice if fire ever does get added. A nice squeaky pop. A squeaky pop. You know where you set hydrogen on fire and it goes. Do you know what I mean? A squeaky pop. You must have done that in school. I did anyway. A squeaky pop. Have you ever set hydrogen on fire? He must have done. Hydrogen squeaky pop. Let's see if we can find it. Squeaky pop test. Hydrogen squeaky pop. Here we go. Are you ready? How pleased is that? Have you never done this? Seriously, you never did this in school? Let me show you what we're actually looking at, by the way. Squeaky pop. There you go. So imagine if we could do that just to get rid of all our hydrogen. Bonk. I'm not sure this conversation is safe for work. What do you mean? It was nearly self-sufficient, just need the tiniest bump in power a few times a cycle, yeah. Yeah, it's daft. It's a daft build, Pseudo. But yeah, it works. I did say this on stream, like, as dumb as it looks, it does work. What the fuck is this? What happened here? Why did this not get built? Now, the only problem is, if they start using this before I've got power up there, they'll get stuck. So let's just disable you for a minute. We'll put some more power up here and I'll run a big dirty circuit up here just to do this for now. It'd be nice to have a liquid gas compressor, i.e. a vent or building that require power. When powered, it vents it into the room, ignoring pressure. Yeah, I mean, we do have another method of storing gases as well, guys, which is, you know, it's like the dry ice thing. We can make carbon dioxide solid, we can make chlorine solid, we can make oxygen solid. You know, we do have these things. I mean, arguably, the oxylite machine that we've got now is far more derpy to me than compressing gases in a room. But, you know, these things exist. And Christ, I mean, we'll be able to make hydrogen solid when we get to some stuff from space. I would love it if they added combustion. Why do you really need a way to get rid of hydrogen? Why not use the hydrogen generators? Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, quite a few gases are flammable, aren't they? Why is the oxylite machine derpy? I've not really used it. I mean derpy in terms of things that you can do in this game. Like, it seems strange to me that we can store oxygen in a solid form. In oxylite. It seems strange to me. That seems, I don't know, it just seems odd. Your pure oxygen base would be incredibly unsafe. Exactly, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. In fact, the oxygen doesn't look too high in the base at the minute. What's going on? Oh, it is 2 kilos. That blue looks way darker than normal. That does not look like a nice blue. Did they change that? Didn't this used to pop a lot more? I'm sure it used to be a much lighter shade of blue. Maybe I'm tripping balls. Right, so yeah, we're going to put some more transformers in over here. I think we might have one that's not being used. This one's not being used at the minute. Maybe the game's depressed. Possibly. Possibly. So on this side, we've got all the heavy wire shenanigans, but I think I'm just going to put some more transformers in, normal like. I don't think I need to do all this shit through the floor and mess about with that. So we'll put a heavy watt joint plate in there, and we'll run some normal heavy watt wire up there. We can't get to this at the minute, so I need to give him some access, which is fine. And you're going to go there and there. Oops, a daisy. Does a flatulent dupe produce more oxygen than he uses up? They don't produce oxygen at all. Flatulence is methane, natural gas. They toot out a little bit of natural gas. Oh shit, well spotted, Q-Zone. Jesus. Why would I do that? Steel transformers. Well spotted, mate. That was instant as well, thank you. Eyes like a hawk. Form of hawk. Vixen, how's it going? How are you this evening? Bang. There we go. Form of hawk. Everything's defaulted to steel, I don't know why. Nice nerd. I was impressively quick. Impressively quick. Right. Has this pipe started to empty just a little bit? No. I think we're trying to get rid of this geyser water before it can empty. Very good, thank you, Labrador. How are you? So Eco's pretty nice so far. Oh, you're back on Eco, Nailu? Oh. The roof is leaking and my husband won't call me back. Oh, shit. Are you currently running around the house with pots and pans? Oh, snap. That doesn't sound good. Has it got to the point where it's bulging the ceiling? Going to alert for a bit. Find out what's new one. Oh, sorry. Going to alert for a bit. Got Bake Off to watch. Enjoy, Pseudo. Enjoy. Find out what's new and whatnot. Fair enough, Naily. I've been interested myself, to be honest, mate. I've not been keeping an eye on the patch notes and stuff. Yeah, this can only feed in when none of the other guys are producing water. And also when my electrolyzers are consuming some. So this might take a while to clear, but you can see it is moving a little bit every now and again. You have a bucket. Oh, shit. That is not good. That sounds like the opposite of a good time. Oh, snap. And you do not sound pleased about either. The ceiling is bulging. Oh, fuck. Oh, dear. Make for the hills? Deny all knowledge until the husband gets back? Blame it on him? I mean, you do have options. You have options. If I was you, I'd put down that bucket and leave. Leave and don't come back. Don't come back until your husband rings you and says, "There's a flood!" And you go, "Really? A flood? How did that happen?" Deny all knowledge. Get out of there. Leave. Oh, shit. Oh, the house insurance is in his name. You see? The perfect crime. Get out of there. He'll have to deal with all that shit, not you. Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. I like this plan. Get out of there. This plan is endorsed by me. Leave. Right, I'm going to leave place to run both these circuits up here. This one I don't know what we'll use for. We'll just leave them here for now. We can just chill. And then you're going to come up here and we'll figure out what these are going to be for in the future. That is fine. Place bucket, pop bulge, and run like blazes. Yeah. Jesus. That does not sound like a fun time. Oh, okay, this is already done. Oh, by the way, I looked at the report on the steam turbine, and I don't know if it's going to be like this every cycle, but we basically weren't really wasting the power from it. Oh. Steam turbine. Only a tiny bit of power wasted. Which is kind of cool since we dialed that battery back. So it is actually helping out. It is giving a bit of power for that Aquatuner build. Which I like. I do like that. I like that it's helping out. What I will probably do is remove these ladders in a minute and then open this up like it is on the other side. I don't like this derpy little wall here. It shouldn't really be there. This is open on this side. It's just they have no access to the ladder, so they don't walk through here. So I'll probably do that once this is finished. This should all be good to go. This should be fine. Check messages, please, man thing. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I am the man thing, by the way. Disappointing. What's the overheat temperature on the aqua tuners? If you build them out of steel, Stone Smile, it's like 375 degrees. So you can get away with quite a lot. It's pretty good. No pressure, but I expect the stream to be entertaining. I need cheering up. Oh, Vixen! Oh no! Catch-22, leave bulge and may bring the whole ceiling down, or pop bulge and make a watery mess. Exactly. That's why I asked if it was at the bulging point. 75 plus 2. Is it 3? Well, it might be 275. Hold on. Oh no, 325 it is. 325. Because they already are. They're not 200. They're not 75 to begin with. An aqua tuner. So a reservoir, sorry, is 275. But an aqua tuner is like 325, something like that. Nice, nerd. Holy balls! How did you get all that? Jesus! Quote of the decade. It's currently bulging around a light fixture. Now that is dangerous. Get the power off. Get the candles out. Do not be under that bulge. I've said this to many women. Do not be under that bulge when it goes off. Alright? Get out of there! Definitely, yeah. Get out of there. Christ. Okay. Okay. We can get rid of this now. And hopefully nobody will get stuck. You're going to get stuck, aren't you? Instantly stuck. Instantly stuck. Instantly stuck. Son of a bitch. Fly, you fool. Yes. Oh, stink yeah. You son of a bitch. Right, we can get rid of this at least. For fuck's sake, nerd. Oh, Christ. Ah! Excellent work, nerd. Can't fault you, mate. Cannot fault you. Perfect. Alright, so these are now sort of done. If I need to get here to make a circuit, I can get that later. These are wired in for the geysers and stuff. This can go up here, this can go up here, and we are good to go to get some power up there. We'll finish off this tube as well. This can all be done stat. Let me just check my phone and see if that woman said anything. That woman ting. No, okay. Nice. It's fucking hot up here. Building entombment. Shovel. How did this happen? Where is he?